Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Nexus Most Wanted with a Malthael, Chromie, Muradin, Tychus, and Rhaegar. Right side of the map will be the Savage Novelty Honkers. We've got your Anubarak, Anduin, Sylvanas, Blaze, and Cassia. We have a 5-minute gamble going on right now, and it is it's a triple gamble, so we gotta get odds on all three. Which team will get first boss? Will it be Nexus Most Wanted? Will it be the members of the Savage Novelty Honkers, or will no boss be taken?
Go. Kill.
Isn't this the game where... Time Walker's Pursuit doesn't see anyone because we know that there's going to be a bottom lane siege really quickly with the Black Arrows activated by Sylvanas. And Anubarak looking to slow things down in said rotation on the enemy team. Does he have a burrow charge out? Absolutely. As I mentioned, Cassie is going to be going into the Impale level 1. We don't see this very often. It's usually charge strikes or Thunder Stroke. Increased Fen's cast range and area of effect by 25%. It deals an additional 70% damage to enemies below 50% health. We got On a Pale Horse for Malthael. 150% movement speed when mounted. Chromie with the buffed up Time Walker's Pursuit. Muradin going to be having block stacks at level 1. I don't know how I feel about this block level 1 because I feel like Cassia... I feel like there's just so much like sustain auto attack damage between Cassie and Sylvanas that it's going to be mitigated very often. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out. I'll keep an eye on that. Quarterback Tychus as well as your totem for the Rhaegar on the opposing side. You got your W start for Anubarak with the Kaimo cleanse, the mid-air cleanse, or Leap of Faith does not save the Anubarak. But he does have the Nerubian armor, which will increase his spell armor when he hits the W to 65, so 65%. Otherwise, pretty standard across the board. Power Word Shield. And we already mentioned the Impale, which is the unique one. Adrenaline Stim Pack, as well as the Overwhelming Affliction. Spoiler, one of the 3 gamble options will win. Get out of town. I mean, leave the lurk, but get out of town. At Horror Anomaly, level 2 for the Chromie already. 1 kill early on, as we saw. How much did this yield? That's not bad. That was a decent amount of early game siege. Experience, though, is leading to the side of Nexus Most Wanted. They do get the camp first, and I think they've just got the faster double soak right now. Thunderclap. Stormbolt does not connect, and Anubarak was able to get the burrow charge activation. We got Thunderburn for our Muradin, so probably Healing Static 13 is often the combo of those two. Earth Living Enchantment, we got the Bigger They Are for Tychus as well. Malthael will be picking up the Die Alone. Soul Rip deals keeps him more damage to heroes if it only hits one hero. Sorry. Good solo lane talent right there. Absolutely putting the pressure onto this Blaze. Siege Giant's pushing in as well. Chastise for the Anduin level 4, picking up those stacks. W continues for the Anubarak with the speedy boy. I'm blanking on the name. Shadow Exoskeleton, which gives you 30% movement speed buff for 3 seconds. So you have mount speed for 3 seconds when you slap a W. We'll probably see like chitinous plating and all that other stuff as well. I mean, if you're going W at 1 and 4, it's usually the follow-up for the cooldown reduction while you're taking damage and W is active. In the bottom lane, Strider, fine for the time being. $2K, 600, and I think there's odds on the no boss taken. I'm not 100% sure. I can't see it all. But it looks like we got odds on all 3. Thanks for participating, chat. Appreciate it. Fun little silly gambles we got going on. Kelmore looking for the channel. Gets a handful of gems turned in. Who's actually holding those last... Oh, it's Malthael. And he's going for it. Is there a Haunting Wave and auto attack? No. Malthael gets the turn in. The bottom lane, the blue team will have first. Webweaver summoning. Good Stormbolt into Jacqueline. Chastise slows down Muradin. And they cannot find a kill into the enemy team. The Savage Novelty Honkers able to back away safely. But 7 talent to your advantage, as well as the Webweaver phase. It's still just about half a level to 3/4, and we'll take a look here. I'm going to cycle through the other numbers. I want to see where this experience deficit's coming from. Is there a Stormbolt from Muradin into the Sylvanas? It looks like he has the Dwarf Toss away. He gets a Cleanse from Rhaegar. Purge down for the next 60 seconds. Because I don't believe he went Purification level 7. Blue Webweaver still pushing in. Stormbolt, I think, into the face of Cassie right there. She's going to eat a bit of sand from Chromie. Chastise looking for a root onto one, but no one there. Hero damage. Okay, experience. Heroic, Mercenaries. Yeah, the minion experience is actually showing quite a bit. It's about a 2k difference, a little bit more. Structure, Mercenaries, and Heroic does add up, but yeah, we're looking at a 4k difference, but a good chunk of that's coming from the minion department specifically. Little note for the players of the Savage Novelty Honkers, something they may want to look into in their own scripts and practices, checking out, okay, where are we lacking experience? How do we reel this back in? By the way, if you're playing the game and you're like, I don't have these stats, in-game when you're playing, you can hover your cursor about the center of the scoreboard, and it will actually break down the experience the same way we just saw, but from the top of the screen. So that data is in the game available for you. If you're sitting there like, okay, why are we consistently like behind in experience? Is it from kills? Is it the 2 kills? No, it's the minion experience. Little tidbit. Not everyone knows everything about the MOBA, so do my best to spread knowledge where I can. Chromie does have Temporal Loop level 10, since she gets her talents 2 levels early. 7s are here for both sides. Suppressive Fire for the Blaze. We've got Cassie with the Grounding Rod. Haunting Wave, Festering Wounds, as well as the Blessed Recovery and the Chitinous Plating, or the Chitness Plating. Massive value from the first Webweaver phase. I agree, honestly. How you doing, bud? Happy Thursday to you. Hope it's all going well. Nice try, Baha. Twitch chat knows everything about every game. Leap of Faith. There's going to be Strider. Oh, that's a huge time stop right there. It's a Horror Anomaly, so no like buffs or debuffs. Stormbolt from Erdin piercing through with that post level 10. The last right's onto the Sylvanas on the low side of our screen. She's going to go down. Cassia picked off by the Chromie Sand. And that'll be a double kill. Boss is up if they want to call for it. Did anyone free Harrison Jones? Of course not. Why would they? You know, Kaimo, I literally pronounced it correct first, and then I pronounced it wrong the second time, and I like how you're hounding me on the incorrect. Good old Twitch chat, just paying attention to when I mispronounce things. I don't know if Kaimo's memeing or not, but that is like the perfect example of Twitch chat in a nutshell right there. Left side, camp to be grabbed. Right side as well. We have 37, 38 gems held on the left side. 16 already turned in. A fairly close Webweaver summoning here. I think there's literally 1 gem needed, right? Blaze with a 34 turn, and that should be the summoning. Uninterrupted by the Chromie for the time being.
My magic is yours.
Useful knowledge ignored. Say something wrong. Never miss an opportunity for the heckle, yeah. I just picture, like, you know the 2 old Muppet dudes that always heckle from the balcony? I forget their names. My brain keeps saying Wallace and Gromit, but that's very wrong. That's, like, most of Twitch chat, is just, like, up in the balcony. The ones at the gate, yeah, those 2. I forget their names, but they're like a classic staple of Muppets and Twitch chat in a nutshell. Valkyrie for the Cassia. We've got Bunker, Mind Control, Light Bomb, and Cocoon on the opposing side. It's Ancestral, Haymaker, as well as the Odin, Temporal Loop, and Last Rites, as we already saw a few of those. Haymaker is gonna get the splash damage into... Oh my god. You might be like, Bahamut, why are you so excited? Because they literally Haymakered Anduin into Cassie and killed the ally. One of the few one of the few things you can do in Heroes of the Storm. Utilizing a heroic to kill an ally. Or enemy ally, you know what I mean. Ah, there we go. Proud to be part of the collective. Statler and Woldorf, yeah. Woldorf? Yeah. Thank you, Zig. Zig had it too. It looks like Boss is going to be going over to the members of the Nexus Most Wanted. First boss of the game over to the blue team. We'll pay out the gamble when there's a bit of a lull, because it looks like Murden wants the Stormbolt stun. Goes in with the Dwarf Toss, gapping from the team a little bit. Haymaker into Sylvanas. She cannot activate the Haunting Wave in time. I can't believe it, and she is gonna go down. A 9th kill over to the left side as the Dwarf launch, the Heavy Impact, excuse me. Light Bomb from the Anduin to try and zone does get some value, and the last rights with the help of Murden still find the kill. Boss pushing in through top lane. A promising push for the side of Nexus Most Wanted and map number 1 of this best of 3 series. Boss moves in, about 50% left on it. Jet Propulsion in from the Blaze. Odin has been summoned. Still level 15. Nubrek burrows in, does not get the stun they were hoping for. The shielding is still up. The Leap of Faith near the Hall of Storms. Cassie gets the insta-mount. Rhaegar lunges and bites the heels of Sylvanas. She goes down. Odin trying to take down the bunker. Timing is pretty good. Unfortunately for Cassie, it's not. And, way to be wrong, Twitch chat. Way to be wrong, Twitch chat. Oh, Twitch chat. Oh, it's just gonna be GG. How's it feel, Twitch chat? Never underestimate the proxies. Left side, Webweavers are summoned for the Nexus Most Wanted. They've got 16 talent tier over the enemy, a 3-level lead, 16 to 13. So far, a flawless game, a deathless game. As the dead body of our past sits over there. That's going to be a Haymaker onto the Anubrak. Malthael tries to make something happen. The Temporal Loop is activated. The last rights as well. The Light Bomb zones. No, it actually doesn't do anything. Never mind. Didn't even activate. Didn't even threat. Here come the blue Webweavers. Rhaegar lunges in once again. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Rhaegar goes down. Webweavers are here. They push in. They take down the bottom lane fort. Murden. Does he have Avatar? No, of course he doesn't. He has Haymaker. What are we thinking here? Fend from Cassia looking to take down Strider, but it's actually Sylvanas the one picked off. Cassia goes down. Blaze trying to get back into the Hall of Storms, and that's what we call right there a Webweaver on core cleared away. Webweaver on keep is still a little bit back. The Odin's been summoned, put inside a cocoon. Divine Star's coming out. Murden Haymakering the Anubarak once again. Trying to speed on out of this one. Temporal Loop onto the Anduin. Goodbye! And that looks like core is going to be taken down here. GG, well played. The members of Nexus Most Wanted take a nearly flawless map number 1 up against the Savage Novelty Honkers. Yeah, no, you don't get to hear the flawless victory. No flawless victory for you, my friend. It was not flawless. You died once. Well, someone died once. Sorry. Kelmore inting as always. Well, it might be time to have a conversation with one of your teammates. I'm just saying here. Also. Exclamation healer.
The battle begins shortly.
Welcome
heroes.
back, everybody. We are here in Heroes Lounge Division 5, best of 3 series. Nexus Most Wanted on the left side, looking for a quick and clean 2-0 in this series. We've got a D.Va, a Nubarak, Hansoap, Brightwing, and Kalefats. Right side of the map, the Savage Novelty Honkers trying to take us to a map number 3 and continue the fun for everyone on the stream today. We have got
5,
Anduin,
4,
Falstad,
3, 2,
Deathwing,
1.
Muradin, and Asmodan.
Kill.
The Twitch Gamble, as I mentioned, is going to be on the Annihilation 400. Now, for those who are like, ooh, but what's the level 1? It's Gluttony, which means increasing the stack of Annihilation gain from hitting heroes with Globe of Annihilation from 2 to 4. So faster scaling, and then once completed, you get a cooldown reduction of 0.25 seconds per enemy minion hit, and then double that, so 0.5 seconds for enemy heroes hit. So we'll see how things work out for the Asmodan. This can be one of the faster avenues for scaling because of the extra stacks for dunks. We'll see how the rest of the build looks, but 5-minute gamble. Let's make it a big one. Bribewing level 1, hello? That's new. That's new. I don't see Bribewing level 1 like ever. Activate to consume 20 stacks of bribe to instantly defeat a uncaptured non-elite mercenary. Elite mercenaries, by the way, are like bosses. Those are elite mercenaries. Non-elite is pretty much everything on this map. Gain 1 stack of bribe when a nearby enemy minion dies, and 5 stacks when hitting an enemy hero with the Arcane Flare Center. Now, if that's going to be the case, I would love for Brightwing to go into Dream Shot. Not only is that a really good talent for this map, but Dream Shot, if you hit the center, also gets cooldown on Dream Shot. So you have the synergy of your 1 and 4, and you can spam. Bob, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. Falstad auto attack build. We've got the Draconic Might for Deathwing. So Deathwing basic attacks against enemy heroes heal for 25% of the damage dealt. Upon losing an armor play, Deathwing becomes protected for 0.75 seconds. Protected, by the way, is the same status as like Varian Shield Wall or Medivh with the... I'm blanking on the name of the ability. The W on people. Arcane Barrier. I feel like that's wrong. Anyways. Kael'thas Regeneration Master. Nope. Fingers of... Mana Addict level 1. All the other ones. We've got a Hanzo level 7 with Simple Geometry. And I think that's just about all of the talents. We do have Murden going into block stacks again this game. Block stacks will be destroyed by D.Va, so once again, I gotta be a little critical on the level 1 for Muradin. In this situation, like, D.Va would destroy your block stacks. Hanzo can kind of work through them as well. He's got slow auto attack speed, but the big one's D.Va. Like, D.Va, Brightwing, Kael'thas, they all have autos, and like I think that's just gonna mitigate that 75%. I think in this situation, I would have liked to see something like third win for Muradin, just to have a little bit more sustainability and faster trait value and higher trait value rate, so that way he can kind of dip out of a fight, let the trait kick in, get back into the fight. Did go into Reverberation level 4. Censure for, Piercing Light for the Anduin. Falstad Hammer gains, makes sense with the level 1. You're scaling your auto attack damage, you're healing from said auto attack damage, good combo. Brightwing at level 4 went into Magic Spit. Increased the basic attack range by 1.1 seconds. Attacking heroes reduced the cooldown of Soothingness, which is the trait D, by 4 seconds. What's up, Bear? How you doing, bud? Living Bomb goes out. Kel looking for the channel with Brightwing and manages to get the first seed for the ally team. But yeah, this is what we're talking about here at level 4 is the Dream Shot. Increase the Arcane Flare range by 50%, hitting enemy heroes with the Arcane Flare Center. Reduces cooldown to 2 seconds. So with the level 1, as I mentioned, getting 5 stacks when hitting an enemy hero with the Arcane Flare Center. Something for the Brightwing player to think about out there. Top lane. Little Living Bomb just thrown onto Deathwing. D.Va does have the Nuclear Option. Deathwing continues with the Infernus at level 4. We're looking at level 7s in just a second. Explosive Arrow for the Hanzo for a little extra wave clear. 12 of the 20 stacks on Simple Geometry. Gets a Stormbow hit. Looking for a couple autos onto the Muradin right now. D.Va with the the auto attacks coming in as well. No micro misses potentially yet. Boosting away to safety on the left side. Second seed, top center of the map. And 7 talents here will be coming through on the right side in just a moment as well. Well, Bob, if you have a series that goes uncasted, by all means, send me a DM and let me know. As long as it's on current live patch, I would take suggestions. Always happy to take suggestions from chat, especially people who come and watch the games like that. I do it for you. It's all for you, Damien. Seed spawning here, as I mentioned, top center of the map. It will be 2 out of 3 for the side of Nexus Most Wanted. 0 kills on either side. Asmodam with 90 stacks, by the way. Rich Gamble has some odds right there. Good hammering coming in. The Molten Flame from Deathwing, cooking up Kael'thas. D.Va Mech Explosion takes a chunk out of Deathwing's health bar. Protection status does trigger, but no one gets the channel on the objective just yet. Asmodam did go into Art of Chaos. If Globe of Annihilation hits 2 or more heroes, restore 40 mana and gain an extra 4 Annihilation. Deathwing having to use Cataclysm to disengage. Hanzo with natural agility over the wall. You might do that. You're welcome to do that, bud. My Discord DMs are open. Twitch DMs, you can get a hold of me through Twitch DMs, but I just don't check those very often. Discord is the fastest and best way to get a hold of me. Secret Weapon for the Falstad. We were actually talking about this earlier. Secret Weapon's great because, you know, scaling value of the 1 and 4. But Boomerang also does give you really good wave clear, and if you have a mage on your team, like an Asmodan potentially, minus 15 spell armor to the enemies is pretty nice. But the auto attack build is working well. We do have the Soothing Mist or the Critical Mist for Brightwing picked up, so good synergy with the 4 and 7. Just the only reason I kept bringing up the level 4 for Brightwing is just because the Pixie Charm. And you also could go for the Sticky Flare at level 7, and then you could go Hush later on if you wanted. As I said, something for the Brightwing player to think about. I don't know how like comfortable they are with skill shots, or maybe landing the center of the Arcane Flare is like daunting to them, but definitely if you're going to do the Brightwing, try out like the Arcane Flare build. You can definitely get a ton of value, and it scales, in my opinion, pretty well with the talents that you get throughout the set build. Micro Missiles was picked up by the D.Va, so subconsciously I thought of the right thing. We've got a Blink Heal for the Brightwing, Phoenix for the Kael'thas, a Nubarak and Hanzo holding. Is it going to be Dragon Strike or Arrow? I doubt it's going to be Locust Swarm. We'll probably see Cocoon. Nice scatter off the wall into Murden, gets the dismount. Hanzo able to back away safely. Nubarak was kind of floating near him. The Hanzo, I mean, in case Murden did try and jump on his head. Doesn't work out, or isn't going to be happening. 1 out of 3 seeds on both sides. 10 talents here is not here yet on the right. I didn't see if Deathwing has Skyfall. I assume he does on this map, so he can delay out the objective, and I think the members of Nexus Most Wanted know this. But Murden, as you can see, has the Piercing Stormbolt. That means he hit level 10. It's a Haymaker Murden again. For Deathwing, it's going to be Bellowing Roar. The icon pops up right here just above the Cataclysm cooldown, in case you weren't sure about that. Light Bomb for the Anduin. Asmodan and Falstad holding. Hanzo did go into Dragon Strike, so that's the Pretzels, and Cocoon for the Nubarak. Gust for Falstad. Asmodan is... I feel like he's Siege Madan, but he could go for Dung. Could go Tide Sin. Not sure what he wants here. He's actually, yeah, he was going to be going Tide of Sin, okay. So activate to make the next Globe of Annihilation cost no mana and deal 50% more damage. Of course, you can use it while channeling All Shellbird. Those are your heroics. We already looked through the stats. Let's take a look and see what happens here for our next seed. Could be Garden Terror phase over to the side of Nexus Most Wanted, or they give this look for 13 and then fight with a talent tier advantage, possibly during the next objective. But that objective will be, quote-unquote, do or die for the summoning of the Garden Terrors.
And don't fret about the Shamblers. They don't
Another Duncan from the Asmodan. Gust from Falstad pushes the Hanzo around, but no potential kill. Hammering lands. We got some scatters coming out. Nubarak trying to body block as the Mecha Explosion from D.Va will activate. Haymaker from Murden. Oh my god, are you serious? I thought Falstad got out in time, but the Phoenix Missile chases and does manage to land the last little bit of damage from Falstad. 1-to-1 in kills currently as Hanzo's Simple Geometry is done. Deathwing is going to go ahead and use some Molten Flame. Cataclysm across this objective. Now, I really hope the Hanzo player goes into Giant Slayer level 16. Percent base damage per arrow, and you have the Scatter level 1. Deathwing, great target. Murden, death target. Asmodan, fantastic target. Like, huge, great targets. 3 humongous targets for Hanzo, Giant Slayer. We'll keep an eye on that. 2.5 levels to go for level 16 as D.Va boosts in. Living Bomb applied. A Nubarak doesn't go for the burrow into Falstad as he burrow rolls even further to safety. Okay. He had Gust available if he needed to hit the panic button. 20 stacks for our Kael'thas, so he has the activatable and Arcane Barrier. I want to check really quickly. Brightwing with 33 bribe stacks, and as we mentioned earlier, it's 20 charges, if you will, to be able to bribe a singular unit. So in 7 minion deaths, or Arcane Flare and some change, center hit, they'll be able to steal away a Siege Giant camp, or half a Bruiser. No cooldown reduction on the camp. The only hero that gives cooldown reduction by 50%, or any percent, is the Nova. It used to be Lost Vikings and Nova. Good Gust from the Falstad on the mech. Deathwing doesn't get the Molten Flame. The Slam goes down from the Garden Terror, pushing into top. The Overgrowth Plant is going to be there, and that'll be Falstad going down. Dunk from the Asmodan thrown in. 192 stacks currently, as bottom fort, mid fort, and top fort have all gone down. The members of Nexus Most Wanted currently, structurally, with a perfect game. They did lose one member at some point. It was, it's half a death on a mech for D.Va, and then 1 full kill on Kael'thas. Fissure Bomb level 13. We do have the Sun King's Fury, so you have the Spread bombs deal more damage. You also have the fission for the increased radius. Mecha explosion sped up a little bit with that level 4 from the D.Va. Light bomb onto Muradin, but he can't jump in. The gravity lap stuns him out. Nubrak burrows back in. Good micro missiles out from the D.Va. Ooh, huge flash shield. Maybe even a desperate prayer from the Anduin. Cataclysm from Deathwing. I'm not judging the player, but the animation of Deathwing dying as he's trying to do Cataclysm is so rewarding. Deathwing goes down. Bellowing Roar up in 7. Cataclysm up in 76. Camp over here will be grabbed. It is, again, a massive experience advantage over to the left-hand side for Nexus Most Wanted. 16 to just about level 14. Stormbolt thrown back. Micro missiles out from the D.Va. Another dunk from Azmodan, just trying to get that stackage up. 242.
Are you ready for it?
0 out of 3 seeds on the left side. Yeah, percent acquired indeed. Yeah, this is the reason I was talking about Giant Slayer. So it's actually not 2%. Sorry, my apologies. It's enemy heroes hit by scatter, arrow, or basic attacks take a bonus. I guess and. Take a bonus of 1.6% of their maximum health as damage, and that counts per scatter arrow. How many scatters do we have now? Is it like baseline 6 increased to 8? Baseline into 5 increased to 7? Increased to 7, so 7 arrows. 7 times 1.6%. Chat's got the math somewhere on that one. D.Va boosting into mid, trying to zone back the Falstead. Does manage to do so. Micro missiles with the slow. Nice angling from Strider. Lucky with that speed boost from level 4 on the Shed Exoskeleton, but it is a Beetle Boy. You know, those burning the Mad Lads at level 13.
You would best be ready to gather.
Hanzo with the explosive arrow on the wave. D.Va boosts in. Micro missile has a charge. They're on Falstead, but he barrel rolls just as the activation happens. Good timing from him. Just gets the safety right there. Left side seed spawning. This could be 2 out of 3 for the side of Nexus Most Wanted. I'd like to really see Savage Novelty Honkers just give this objective, get the map back in control. I would say grab a camp, but there's none to be grabbed currently. Minute 47, 34 seconds. By the way, what I'm doing right now, you can do in your own games as well. You do not need to be an observer to hover over a camp with your cursor and see the cooldown. So Siege Camp over here for the top lane or mid lane is going to be 23 seconds. Above that, 2 minute 1 second. Now, objective phasings, it doesn't do that, but like Infernal Shrines, you could hover over when it previews where the objective's going to be. You can hover over the objective little icon on the minimap, and it will tell you Arcane Mortar or Frozen Punisher. So that information is available. It's not like just a caster a UI thing. D.Va's got a Mecha Explosion available. 16s are here on both sides. Hey, they hit 16. I'm glad they're fighting over this. Brightwing in bottom lane, phase shifting up. Mecha Explosion goes out. Dragon Strike from Hanzo zones the enemies. There's a lot of damage onto the Anduin, especially from the Kael'thas with the Phoenix and the Living Bomb. And Nubrak chased in a little bit as well. Currently have a gust up against the wall. The Falstead does go down, but the Hanzo goes down, but so does Falstead. Micro missiles tickle the tail of that Deathwing, and Kael'thas gets the last little bit of damage. Cocoon onto Muradin, as the Nubrak is looking to pressure onto Azmodan. Micro missiles onto Muradin. D.Va boosts through. I think she's got the stun boost. Stormbolt's thrown back. D.Va, does she have a way to get into this? Nubrak could just 180 and just look for Muradin. Boost. Oh, I don't think there is the boost stun. Initial speed of it is a booster's 300%, then decays during this time. Booster stun for 0.5. That was right, yeah. I did see it correctly. Wrong button. Muradin lives. He's out of there. Haymaker into the keep range. Micro missiles thrown back. D.Va will lose another mech, but she's got the pilot mode. She's got the good to go. And with that, she's got the torpedo dash. 10-second cooldown, but it's a nice disengage. Or even chase potential. Siege Giants mid, Siege Giants bottom. Cheese Giants, there we go. And next seed, right side of the map, but it's 20 talent tiers on the left-hand side. You have the Traitor King for Anubarak, as well as the Timing Attack, Dragon Awakens, Speedy Dragon, and the Flamethrower for Kael'thas. Does have the Ignite level 16 if you're wondering. Sheesh Giants, yeah.
Isn't nature splendid? Gather that
Sonic
seed
Arrow in the
for me.
bush. Muradin gets a Storm Bolt into one. Dwarf tossing away. Living Bomb applied. Burrow Charge from Nubrak back over to the objective area. Diva boosts in as well. Dragon Strike from Hanzo. Chunking the Deathwing a little bit. Some plating is activated right there, and you can see Deathwing health bar is just absolutely getting chunked so heavily right now. Diva boosting in. Dunks the mech. Is it enough to take down Deathwing? It is! They get the kill onto Deathwing. Not sure if it was the mech explosion. Can actually check that in a minute, but let's take a look. Oh, Muradin! He gets boosted into the center? God dang, Strider. It was self-destruct. It was self-destruct from Diva. Got the kill onto Deathwing. I thought he was out of that radial, but he was not. Cheese Giants, yes please. I believe those are just people from Wisconsin. I might be wrong on that.
Rise, my terrors.
Cocoon onto Asmodan. Broken out by Falstad and friends. A new break. Nicely Buffet to save. Garden Terror in mid lane, crashing onto a keep. Bottom lane as well. Top, actually all three lanes. Garden Terrors are here. Dragon Strike from Hanzo. Diva gets the last little bit of damage as the Gust just pushes them into the keep. They're like, cool, we wanted to siege this anyways.
Destroyed a fort. Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Mid, top, and bottom keeps all go down. The Burrow Charge in from Anubarak onto Asmodan as he backs away to safety, dunking on to the Asmodan, or onto the Anubarak. But this is looking like it's going to be a real quick core, and Nexus Most Wanted. Oh, they wanted this series, and they got it. 2-0. Nicely done. GG. Well played. Keyless, thank you. As a reminder, if you're enjoying yourself here, please, please, please do hit the follow button. It does not cost you any money, and growing the stream is always good. We do giveaways. We've got Subathon, by the way, is coming up next week. Next week, Wednesday, we have our 4-year celebration of full-time streaming. We got 3 Corsair giveaways that day. Total value of $250 worth of giveaways. A lot of really good stuff. You don't want to miss out on that. But of course, the one thing we got to figure out right now. Does Asmodan finish base stacks? Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, believers. He was so close, but no cigar.